Welcome to the Crossroads of the West program and camping call tonight. We're so grateful for you to be here and join us as we have some exciting announcements and information and the opportunity for you to ask questions. You want to make sure to post them either in the chat here. If you're joining
6:31 p.m.
Oops. If you're joining us via Facebook, then you'll want to make sure to post your questions there as well. We'll be watching and look forward to the opportunity to answer all of your questions and help you get ready for the upcoming scouting future. Ken Jepson has joined us tonight, and Ken is the Lodge Chief, and he will tell us all about the changes in the OA and the fun that we're going to have and the upcoming events. Ken, can you take it over?
Sure. Appreciate the opportunity to be here and discuss a little bit about the OA. I'll correct Brett just a little bit. I'm the Lodge advisor. He's still not the Lodge Chief yet, but
I do know the difference.
we've been diligently working with the Lodge Chiefs and advisors of the 3 legacy lodges and bringing this together and making good advancement. There's been great cooperation amongst all parties, and everybody's interested to do our very best to bring everyone together. And we have always hosted one event a year called the Section Conclave, where all the lodges come together. So we do know each other pretty well in that way, and that does help the process. Where we're at so far is we've picked a lodge totem, which is the Bobcat. We've picked a lodge name, which is the Amadillo Lodge. And in the coming weeks, 2 or 3 weeks or so, we're going to be staffing all of our adult leadership for the lodge, and also maybe of more interest to you is we'll be selecting our chapter advisors. For those of you that don't know, a chapter advisor is the adult over the Order of the Arrow in a district. And so then he or she will be working with their district executive and the lodge to get associate chapter advisors throughout their district so that you have contacts in your units, and that we can help be of service to you and get the program out to the boys in your and girls in your units. We do want to be a partner with the units and help. You know, we do like to come and do elections once a year, but more than that, we'd really like to help out. And if we can do something to support your unit, we'd love to do it. We are planning our first event, which is going to be October 9th and 10th at Camp Tracy. We're going to be having a fellowship. And also, maybe most importantly, is we'll be electing our youth officers for the coming year at that event. So we'd love to have as many adult and youth airmen as we can to come and enjoy in the fellowship and meet the leaders. And for the boys, as a reminder, for the Order of the Arrow, only the boys vote, and girls that are members vote for the youth leadership and elect their lodge chief and lodge vice chiefs and officers. And so as the youth do that, we adults step back and of course make sure it's done with a good system. But it's a fun thing to watch and to see the excellent youth of our council, to see them operate. As a reminder, to be eligible for election into the Order of the Arrow, you have to have 15 days and nights of camping, and at least one of those has to be a long-term camp. We are working with units. There are some allowability in these times to count the virtual nights. So if your troop's doing virtual camping, then that in fact, of course, does count towards your nights. And we would love to be in touch with you and get elections going so that we can have members of your units in the order. We will be doing some more deals, which are our induction weekends. Each of the 3 legacy lodges will be hosting one on September 17th and 18th. So if you have any people in your units that were elected and haven't yet gone through those weekends, that's the time to go. So Brett, I'm not sure what else you'd like for me to cover other than if there are any questions.
Well, thanks again for the correction, Ken. There has been one question already, and from Scott Anderson. October 10th and 11th is a Saturday and Sunday, or those days?
No, it's 9th and 10th, he said.
Yeah, 9th and 10th. So it'll start Friday night around 7 or so, and it will be concluded on Saturday about 2 or so. In the future, it'll be a full Saturday, but this year, just with the timing and everything, it'll be a limited basis.
Okay. And then Fred points out that the inductions are September 18th and 19th.
Oh, thank you, Fred.
So any other questions for Ken? Are you able to hang on for just a minute in case some more pop up?
Yep.
Okay, thank you so much, Ken. Jeremy Bell is with us tonight. Jeremy is the director of camps for the council and has been doing some fantastic work and incredible juggling of calendars and facilities and everything else as we continue this merger into our fantastic new council. Jeremy's going to talk to us about the 2021 program and the opportunities upcoming.
Well, thank you, Brett. It's great to be with you all tonight, and there's nothing better to talk about than our camps and camp programs. 2020 was a fun year. The kids that attended camp, they enjoyed it. They wore their masks and had a lot of fun. So we're excited to start planning for 2021. I'm going to share my screen real quick, and we'll start talking about those programs. So as you can see, our council is quite big. We cover all of the state of Utah, up into Idaho, and also Wyoming. This map shows our districts throughout the council, highlighted in the various colors. And then each one of the stars represents one of our camping programs for the 2021 season. As you can see down there in the corner in Washington County, we'll be having a program down there, up through the central part of Utah, and all the way up through the Wasatch Front into Idaho. We even have one camp on there that's too far north up near Yellowstone, Camp Loll, but we'll get to more about those camps here in a minute. We have many programs for Cub Scouts, and then we're going to talk about the Scouts BSA programs. So Camp Maple Dell is going to be offering day camps in 2021. As you can see, Maple Dell is a beautiful, beautiful location located up Payson Canyon. We'll have the activities there on the lake for all the Cub Scouts, the climbing wall, and a handful of other activities at Maple Dell. And closer to Salt Lake City, we've got Camp Tracy at Mill Creek Canyon. And Camp Tracy's going to have activities in the swimming pool, there on the lake, archery range, the BB gun range. The kids are sure to have fun at Camp Tracy. And then we've also got Camp Kiesel, located closer to Ogden, up in the Ogden Valley. The kids are sure to have fun up there as well. Now, those of you who are in the older programs, the Scouts BSA program, oh, I forgot. We've also got a traveling day camp that's going to be starting in Hurricane, going up to Richfield, covering Roosevelt, the Vernal area, also Eagle Mountain, and then a location or two in Wyoming as well. So we are bringing day camp close to everyone. Now a little bit about our Scouts BSA programs. Next year we'll be operating Camp Tifie near Mount Pleasant. Tifie boasts an Olympic-sized swimming pool, has an awesome zip line and a ropes course, and just world-class facilities. So we're excited to be opening and offering Camp Tifie next year. We've also got Camp Hunt offering Scouts BSA program up on Bear Lake. If your kids like swimming or boating, this is definitely a camp for you to check out with the sailboats, the kayaks, the paddle boards. There's something for everyone at Camp Hunt. And then further up north, we've got Camp Loll, located just 2 miles south of the Yellowstone border. As you enter Camp Loll, you can wave at at Yellowstone National Park, and then head down into camp on the Lake of the Woods. The pictures here show some of the hikes into the parks that the Scouts get to participate in. World-class programs throughout the whole state of Utah, Wyoming, and Idaho. Now, something new next year that you might want to spread the word about if you're watching tonight's webinar is our primary day camp and youth camp opportunities. Some of the former participants in the scouting program with the LDS Church, this is an opportunity for those youth to still go to camp, whether it be a day camp or one of our primary day camps. We're going to be offering that program at many of our facilities next year, as well as our youth camps for the older youth, the boys and the girls. These are opportunities for LDS wards, LDS stakes to participate in our camps as well. These options for our youth camps are 3-day and 4-day options. So if a week is too long, we've got the perfect program for you. You can come for 3 days, Monday through Wednesday, or you can arrive on Wednesday and stay through Saturday for our 4-day program. Your kids will still be able to use our ropes courses, the lake, the aquatic activities, as well as the shooting sports program. So there is truly something for everyone, whether you're a scout or not, at one of our camps this next year. If you want to learn more, visit us on the website, utahscouts.org/camps. We've got each of our programs broken down by age, so you can quickly see a summary of what is in your neck of the woods, and you can check those programs out. Brett, there's nothing more exciting to talk about camps, so thank you for letting me share that tonight. Brett, I think we've got you on mute.
Oh, there we go. I did.
There you are.
I'll repeat everything. Jeremy, I'm not sure if you're watching Facebook or not. If you are, maybe you can answer the questions there. I do have a follow-up question for Ken on how did the name Amat-Dio come about and what is the meaning?
That's a good question. The boys talked through a lot of different lodge names. You know, you find names, all kinds of names across the country, and some are translations of their totem. Some mean some other thing or have a local meaning. The boys actually came up with the lodge name in English first, and they talked about a lot of different things, but the English translation they wanted is Where Paths Cross. And if you think about the name of the council, Crossroads of the West, they wanted something that was similar to that were bringing people together, and so that's what they settled on. But as you know, the Order of the Arrow has a Native American emphasis to it, and so they wanted something that sounded a little more in that vein, and so that's why it's worded Where Paths Cross. And so there was a number of different options found. So this name of the lodge, Amat-Dio, is a translation from an Indian or Native American word that it kind of brings that meaning together of Where Paths Cross.
Thank you so much, Ken. And Mike says he doesn't see the registration for the September induction on the website. I'm sure we can take care of that if it's not already up there.
You know what, I should be able to get that up tomorrow. I'm having a meeting with my staff advisor, so I'll visit with them and make sure that we get that up.
Fantastic. Thank you very much, Ken. Feel free to continue to post your questions and via the question or the chat. And I'm happy to let you know that the council program calendar has begun posting. 2021's trainings are all there. So if you're a district that's planning, or if you're a unit that's wanting to look for opportunities for training for your youth or your adults, you can go to the council calendar and begin seeing those trainings. The activities and service program is in the process of vetting and coordinating and will soon be posted. And so you'll have a significant amount of time for units and districts to be able to calendar. And that's been a high priority for us, and we're very excited to finalize that and get it out to you. We have with us tonight Poolani Graham, who's our advancement chair, Joe Boulay, who's activities and service. Our training chair, Mike Perkins, is got his hands full with a 2-year-old grandchild and no computer in sight. So we'll try to fill in for Mike as best we can. But I'll turn it over to Poolani real quick for a quick update. If you have any questions regarding training, then please post them. Excuse me, advancement, Poolani.
Okay, so we did have a youth that is going to be receiving the Medal of Merit as soon as I can find a date that's accommodating for everybody and his family. He saved the life of his brother, who fell out of a tree house up in the mountains and cut open his leg. Ended up having many, many stitches. We have another gentleman that we talked about at our meeting this month that will be getting the Medal of Merit also. He saved a boy's life who was riding a bike, he and his friend, by Ridley's in Eagle Mountain, and they were trying to beat the traffic that was coming down the road, and the first one made it through, but the second one was hit by an SUV and ended up flipping over and ending up in the gully. This gentleman pulled over, and I mean, he jumped into full gear. We were hoping we could get him the Heroism Award, but National turned us down, and so we're going with the Medal of Merit. Advancement, so far, I am still working 6 to 8 hours a day trying to find all these boys that haven't gotten their Eagle yet, but have turned in paperwork that has been lost or can't be found. And working with I started with about 38, 40, and I'm up to 60 now, but we're getting there slowly. But every day I get new ones. So I have Eagle coaches or Eagle coordinators in each of the districts. They're doing a fantastic job in trying to get these boys boarded as soon as possible so we can get their Eagle certificates and they can have their courts of honor. There's just so much because of joining all 3 councils together that I'm just putting out fires left and right. Still with a smile on my face though.
Thank you, Poulani. Any questions on advancement? Yeah, I don't see any just yet, but why don't we keep moving forward? If they pop up, then we'll interject. For training, I'm happy to report on behalf of Mike Perkins that we finished 4 NYLT courses with 175 kids this summer. They were exciting, a lot of fun, and I don't know about everybody else, but our troop never runs better than when we have a handful of senior kids that have been in NYLT. They just know what to do and things go smooth. There's a wood badge course coming up in September that's almost full. So if you or any of your units have adults who are needing some advanced training, then they should jump on the council webpage and indicate their interest to participate. They're at 27 right now, so it won't be long until that's full. There's an IOLS and a Blue and a Kiesel Council coming up in the next couple of months. So we're excited about all the trainings. We're excited that the council's training is running as smooth as it is. So make sure to go on, let your units know, and finish up the participation on it and fill it out. The more the merrier. So Joe Boulay is our activities and service chair. And let's see here. Before we do that, Joe, real quick, a question is posted from Paul Jensen. There was an email which stated that merit badge counselors are limited to counseling 8 merit badges. How will those with more registrations be cut back to 8?
Is that for me?
Yep.
Those that have more registrations, they're actually being fielded by my chair, who's James Brown. It kind of depends where they live, and the districts are going to help kind of formulate that, because you really don't need to have 200 first aid merit badge counselors in one area. And so that's some of the things that they're going to look at when they look at these people who have signed up for different merit badges, to make sure that they've got all the merit badges covered and they're not saturated with just 5 or 6 of them. Now, we are allowing them to sign up for 8. There's some that want to sign up for more, and there's some that will be able to sign up for more depending on where they live. In the outlying areas where there's not a whole lot of people, they're probably going to need more people to sign up for more merit badges. But in around the towns when there's a lot of people, it's much better that these young men have the opportunity to work with different merit badge counselors and not the same one for all of their merit badges. We also, I know that our scout exec only wanted them to sign up for 5 merit badges, but we kind of said, well, there's 8 lines on the page. Let's just go with 8. So it's kind of how the number came up.
Thank you, Poulani. And I can add a little bit of perspective to that maybe you're familiar with, maybe you're not, in that merging the councils has had some functional issues. One of those being just getting everybody together with registrations. National likes those merit badge registrations to be cleaned out every year, but in fact, they hadn't been cleaned out for probably decades, because there were on the order of 100,000 merit badge counselors, and they weren't defined by geographic area. They were just councils. So when they merged in, if you were in Bountiful like me and you searched for an aviation merit badge counselor, you would get them from Wyoming and Idaho all the way down to St. George. So that necessitated the purge of the merit badge counselor so we could start fresh. I know that's been frustrating But you can see where it was a functional necessity, and we're rebuilding that. And the goal is to make it where if a unit searches for a counselor in a specific area, so they can invite them out for troop meetings or whatever else, then they will find somebody that's close and somebody that's eminently qualified in that subject. So thank you very much, Polani. Let's see, Joe, I took enough time. It's over to Joe Boulay.
Thanks, Brett. Under activities, we have Scouts, BSA, Cub Scouts, Venturing, OA, National Jamboree, World Jamboree. We also have Religious, Community Services, and International Scouting. So those 8 divisions under activities have been populated with some pretty good volunteers with a lot of experience. And right now we're working to fill up the 2021 schedule. However, we do have a few things this year on the schedule. Next month, we have the Bike the Bear, which will be the biking around Bear Lake. It's in a month. It's in September 25th and 26th. If you want more information on that, it's on the website. You can register for that. And then in November, we have a virtual faith hike planned. That information will be on the website forthcoming. That'll be 2 days, November 6th, which is a Friday night, and that'll just take 1 hour, and then it'll be about 4 to 5 hours on a Saturday. And that'll be a virtual faith hike around various churches, probably up north. For next year, what we're looking at with all the activities, we have Scouting for Food, probably gonna happen in February. We have a camporee planned for May, a 3-day camporee at Maple Dell. And for the Cub Scouts and the VOA, we'll be hosting a haunted house at Camp Tracy around Halloween time. Jeremy mentioned the traveling Cub Camp. So our Cub Scout volunteers will be heavily into that to reach the outlying areas that are kind of, I guess, squishy on volunteers and units. We also have probably a bike ride planned in April. We have some swim days we're looking at in February and Pinewood Derby. So right now, my staff is working pretty hard to come up with various things for the kids and the Scouters to work on for 2021. That's all I have, Brett.
Thank you so much, Joe. We're excited about it. The goal for program activities is to provide opportunities at the council level, but not over program, so that units and districts still have plenty of opportunity for their own program. But we're excited about what we're doing, and we're excited about bringing together these different cultures and different activities. And I know Bike the Bear will be a new one for me. I'll be there, and I'll look forward to meeting many of you there. And so we'll be excited to have that happen. Jeremy, do you have any posts or questions from Facebook?
Not that we haven't answered yet.
Not that we haven't answered. Okay, good deal. So let's see. What can I tease a little bit? We are going to continue Scouting for Food with our own branding. We're in the initial phases of that, and so look forward to the announcements on that. And anything else? Any questions or anything I've missed? Any of the panelists?
Oh, I should bring up one thing. Can I take a minute, Brett?
Please do.
Okay, so National is doing away with the William T. Hornaday Award. They no longer will offer it. Those kids who are already been accepted and working on projects can go ahead and finish, and they will honor that. But our council is going to come up with an award for the Hornaday. We probably will call it something else, only because there are so many conservation projects that need to take place in Utah that we've got the Scouts that want to do it. And so we want to bring the program to them, even though National will be dropping the William T. Hornaday.
Thank you very much. I do have a couple of questions that have posted. Let's see. I think it's more on the merit badge question. I typed the answer to one of them, and on the 8 limit. We do have a functional issue in the office with our limited staff now. We have a significantly reduced staff who are fantastic, I might add, best professionals that I've ever worked with. And as a volunteer, I could not be more happy with our staff. But we do have limited resources, and registering many merit badge counselors for, in some cases, 30 to 40 merit badges has been difficult. And so we've added that functional limit for now. I don't know when that will be reviewed. Let's see, and the question was, how can I continue to help the boys? Maybe just bring in another counselor who's a subject matter expert on that subject. So let's see, Alvin said also PLC for those who've gone to Wood Badge. I'm not sure what the context of that was. Maybe you can clarify. I would like to circle back to the camps. The camps are going to start to fill up fast. Jeremy, can you tell us where we were on total utilization for our summer camps this year?
So each of the day camps had about anywhere from 150 to 200 kids each of the days, and each of the scout camps were totally full. Each of the campsites were utilized as we were making those reservations. So it was a full summer. It was very good.
Well, fantastic. Thank you. And I guess what I'm getting at with that is that if you're wanting to make your summer camp reservations, do not wait. This isn't like the old days, at least in one of the councils where we had to wait until October, November to be able to make registrations. Registrations are already happening. So please go online or call the office to get your summer camp reservations in and your day camp reservations scheduled. Let's see, Gary says, where can we find the names and contact info for volunteer council leadership, i.e. program advancement, training, camping, etc. So there is, I do have a roster for the committee, and I thought that was posted on the council webpage. We will post it on the council webpage and send it as a follow-up. And let's see,
The advancement committee is on the webpage.
Yeah, Kendall was wondering if we could get a list of previously registered merit badge counselors. I don't think that's possible because that list was literally 100,000 people long, and had people that have passed away, that have long since moved, and I just don't think that we can do that. So I apologize for that, but it's a functional limitation. So. Any other input from the panelists or any other questions from participants? See, that's it. I think I got that one. Hearing none, we will look forward to next month's meeting, and we'll have that, and then shortly thereafter, the Bike the Bear. I hope to see many of you there. Thank you for joining us tonight, and best wishes to all.